Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Thresh, and I'll be facing off against the Karma adventure. I'm mostly doing this because I just want to test Thresh's limits a little bit. I feel like if we can clear Karma's adventure, we'll be able to clear all the Aurelian Soul one. In theory, it's going to be rough because Thresh doesn't have the easiest beginning of the game, so we might get overwhelmed with the opponent's elusives and whatnot. I don't really have a relic setup to counteract that. Instead, I just have Soul Lantern and Corrupted Star Fragment because I want to immediately summon a unit from my deck or a champion from my deck and then kill it with the Corrupted Star Fragment in order to give Thresh a bunch of stats. And then I have the Z-Drive prototype because I feel like the extra rerolls are relevant because I'm going to need some very good powers and cards in order to beat this adventure. So let's get to it. Spirit's Blessing, Playful Trick, Piltover's Finest. None of these really help that much. Maybe Playful Trick is a decent way to stall out the opponent, but I feel like we can do better than all of these. When you target an ally with a single target spell, copy it onto your strongest ally. Spend 6 plus mana each round to grant allies +2/+2. Or Pyromania. The thing is, even though these powers are great, they don't really synergize with any of the cards in our deck. So I have to reroll yet again. If an ally died this round, summon a Spiderling. I was immediately drawn to this one. I think it's probably the best one, even though it's a common. It has more synergy with my deck. We want as many allies as possible to die, so we proc our power and buff up our units, or at least one of our units. Let's skip one Warden Spray and one Vile Fist and one Phantom Prankster. We have a decent curve this way. Let's see what the opponent does. I want him to develop something here. That's alright. Let's try to remove the Shadow Assassin. At the very least we try to get rid of the elusive. This is pretty decent. Let's attack with the Spiderling. I want to at the very least kill one of my units. So now we get one Spiderling back. And we buff up one of my units by 2. Yep, and we even give it Spell Shield. Or elusive, I mean. So we can favorably block that thing. Let's also drop down the Wings in the Wave. Try to go ahead and get some jump blockers because, yeah, the opponent's just going to get a bunch of units here. The opponent immediately pull the elusive blocker. It's unfortunate. Well, at the very least I'll be able to get Thresh down here. Even though I can't exactly pull something out of my deck. It's still decent enough, right? I can go ahead and do this. Clear one of the opponent's units. Hit the opponent for 4. An Inspiring Mentor. I kind of want to get more value out of the box. That's decent. We'll hit 2 units with the box. With these tempos, oh, that's unfortunate. Well, it wouldn't have died to the box anyway, so it was alright. Anyway, this is a decent tempo swing. Now the opponent has less units than I do. Let's do this, draw 1 card, fill up our board. Now the opponent's probably going to kill Thresh, right? Or maybe not, I figured he would pull Thresh with his unit, but I guess he doesn't want to compromise the skills of the dragon. for some reason. Beats me though. If I was in this position, I would gladly take that trade, but maybe it's because Thresh won't pull anything from my deck. Maybe he's not worried for that reason. I think I need to work on my victory conditions, so let's drop the Phantom Prankster, and then I'm going to give the Thresh elusive. Also, let's kill that unit. Does he have an elusive blocker? Yes, he does. Okay. Well, that's one less elusive I have to deal with in the future. Do I box here? Let's see if he plays something else. There we go. Gets a bit more value out of the box. The unfortunate part is I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to trade in the Thresh this turn. 8 cards in deck. Yes, 10. Let's Phantom Prankster. Then I have enough mana for a Vengeance. The opponent's wasting his cards, I suppose. Now, how do I want to do this? Obviously those block there, and this one blocks here. Then I guess we block like so. We take no damage here. And we try to maximize the damage off of the Phantom Pranksters, so we deal 6 to the opponent's Nexus. And now either Thresh or the Phantom Prankster is going to grow massive. So hopefully I'll be able to close out the game next turn with the elusive attack. That's 20. So it's not enough. 20 is not enough. 22, however, gets a bit closer. Wait, where did that Thresh come from? Ephemeral copy of... I guess as long as Thresh has more than 4 attack, he summons itself. That's interesting. It makes sense because it doesn't say that it's another champion, right? I guess I just misread or misinterpreted what the power or the relic actually did. But it's good to know. Ephemeral copy of a champion in our deck with less power. Fiora has less power. But I don't need a Fiora with double immortal. Leblanc is interesting. I don't think any of these are that satisfactory to pull out of the deck. Let's get something else. Trundle, Poro King, Veigar. The correct choice is probably Trundle. But I really want to pick the Poro King. And because of that, I am going to pick the Poro King. There. Now, what do I choose here? Eye of the Dragon or Silent Shadow Seer? What would I cut if I were for the if I went for the card cut? Maybe the Mighty Poro? Maybe. But it might be hard to deal with the... But then again, I'll get the lifesteal off of the Dragonlings. So let's go for this. I was thinking it might be hard to deal with the constant barrage of Dragonlings, but if I get lifesteal off of the Dragonlings, then I'll be alright, because I'll be able to heal back up whatever health I lose here.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Let's summon the Cursed Keeper. Try to trade in whatever he summons here. Of course he gets something that doesn't trade favorably with the Cursed Keeper. It's fine. This is just better for me overall. I'll get more discounts on Thresh and more keywords on my units.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
Elusive, how annoying. I'll just try to remove the Dragonling out of the equation, or one of them at least. Are you going to counter my spellcast? No, but you're instead getting rid of the Dragonling for me, which is fine, I suppose. Honestly, this is pretty decent. I can play the Thresh down, and Thresh is going to get a bunch of stats here, just like that. Now I can cheat out the Poro King. Do I want to do so though? Do I go for the open attack or not? I'll give the opponent priority, see what he does. Okay. Time to test out, see if my theory is correct. I think it will be, because first the Soul Lantern procs and then the Corrupted Star Fragment procs. Yes, perfect. Now I have a Poro King with 1 health. Really recalling my Poro King. Well, I guess that's an additional copy of the Poro King I'll have access to. In that case, I'll try to develop more of a board here to deal with the fact that the opponent is going to attack with a full board next turn.
Full speed ahead.
Honestly, this is not so bad. Sure, I take 14 damage here, but I can get the health back. And now Thresh leveled up, so I can cheat out yet another champion from my deck. Let's play the Poro King. Let's pass the turn. I have yet to get any sort of Poros down, which is unfortunate, but let's try to change that. I want Thresh to have impact, so I think I'll do this. Then I think I'm safe attacking like so. Worst case scenario, the Dragonling blocks this Poro King, but I think that's fine. Wait, another Thresh? That's way too many units being summoned. Now that I think about it, isn't Thresh just capable of summoning a full board? Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, it's with less power, so I don't know why the Thresh summoned an additional Poro King there. Whatever, now I get 2 snacks per turn whenever I summon a Poro. So I have to watch out for that. Make sure I don't over or fill my hand too much. Let's pass the turn. Let's trade that in, trade that in. That's fine. Get some health back. Let's drop down the photo. We don't exactly have the most threatening board because none of my units have overwhelm, and we're not even close to going ahead and killing the opponent. Wait, this gives Thresh overwhelm. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Now the real question is, how many units am I actually going to cheat out with Thresh?
Your lesson begins.
Not that many apparently. I guess I only had one. I have no champions in the deck. Well, good to know. Then in that case I can just trash this box to get another champion back into the deck. We have 11 cards in there. The opponent's no
What is gained
closer
when
to
you
death
become
than he was a
better?
couple of turns ago. But I feel like I'm exhausting his resources. Now that I have a unit with elusive, maybe I'll finally be able to start closing out the game. With so much life still going around, it's unlikely that the game is going to end anytime soon. Let's do this, ensure that my Mighty Poro survives. My Poros are getting a little bit too large.
Not my fists. The Yordle here's with me. Hang on, Buzzball.
Hey,
Hey, Krabby.
that's
The
my
opponent's
resting face.
practically used up all of his resources. If I'm going to win, it has to be now. I can summon a Thresh if I shuffle Thresh back in, but I don't think I want that.
Ready yourself. Hold up. Where are you going?
34 damage. It's still not enough. But
Hang on.
slowly and surely we're getting closer. Actually, let's wait before we do that. Let the opponent play something
We each hold
or
a
an
world.
additional unit.
Clear your heart.
Perfect.
Let your instincts
Let's get the most value out of the Thresh's the box.
a fallen petal.
I'll save the vengeance for next turn in case I need to remove something threatening. It will probably be directed to the Green Glade duo though.
Skill and grace to tear your breath away.
Anything else you want to do, opponent? Well, he's going to get a lot of health back here. No, none of that. And that's why you save your removal.
They'll never
I
see
don't
us
need to overcommit into anything. I can just do this, block there, the opponent gets 7 back. But with 2 elusives that are so large, I doubt the opponent will be able to block both of them in any meaningful manner. So this is just lethal.
The dragon binds us.
Unless he is getting through his deck. Not getting more blocker doesn't work. He's bouncing one of my elusive units. But it's still not enough. Finally. That was just bothersome. Not really challenging, I'd say. But it was still a good test to see how the relics interacted with each other. Rampaging Makai, Event Horizon, Flame Spitter. I can do better. Ooh, Warden Spray or Fabled Poro. Fabled Poro is a bit expensive. This just makes our deck better overall, but this is better with the Poro King game plan. I think I need to make the deck better overall. And now for the card cut. It's probably the Mighty Poro, right? I don't think I can justify it. It's unfortunate because I want to level up the Poro King. But at the same time I don't want to clutter up my deck too much. So I guess the Mighty Poro has to go, unfortunately. Warwick's Ferocity, interesting. Let's try to just draft more Poro cards in the future to compensate for the fact that I'll be cutting the Mighty Poro here. Honestly, without the Vengeance, this is a good curve. I think I can trade into the no, I can't, right. The River Shaper has a Savage Shield. So no trading the Cursed Keeper in for me. Well, I can still do it to increase the stats. Or I can just do this. This is better. Denies him the draw with the River Shaper.
We each hold a world within.
If he's going to draw something with the River Shaper, I'd rather it be after he attacks on his turn. That's probably when it will deal the least amount of damage to me. That's a very large lifesteal unit. One that I can't deal with, unfortunately. Well, let's trade that in. I'll have to find a way to deal with that. I don't think I have any way to do so, however. Maybe if I buff up one of my units by a whole bunch, I'll be able to. That's a decent enough Warden Spray. Let's drop on a Phantom Prankster.
It's playtime.
The opponent drops yet another River Shaper. That's annoying. Bouncing my unit and removing all of his buffs. Maybe I can deck him out by forcing him to draw all of his spells with the River Shapers. That's also a plan. He's ramping. Crap. Really didn't want to take 6 right here. But I had no other choice.
A gift from the river folk.
This thing has us on a clock. We're taking so much damage here. Maybe the plan is just to force a bunch of attacks into this thing. Try and get rid of it. At the same time, I'll try to get rid of this thing as well. Well, the opponent's at full mana. And they got rid of. And there goes my plan to get rid of the Eye of the Dragon. I have to draw into something. That's a Vengeance. It's the removal I needed. But it might be too late. Also, the opponent will have a deny here. Maybe not, because he went ahead and burned it. Let's test it out, see what happens. Okay. It's annoying because he killed 2 of my units. But I can still develop enough blockers to protect myself from him. And there's another lifesteal elusive. Well, at the very least I'll be able to give lifesteal elusive to one of my units.
Relax and strike.
Search
I just have to survive this turn. This mitigates a lot of damage. Age of Dragons, not exactly what I wanted
what form
or needed.
take.
I'm going to burn something important here, aren't I? Okay, that's not that important. I need to get cards out of my hand. Also, I need to connect an attack with the Warden Spray. Of course I won't be able to, though. There goes my lifesteal attack. I still have the Vile Fists to heal it or myself a little bit.
The chains, they never stop!
Kick an ally into the enemy nexus, striking the enemy nexus. Can I just deny him by doing this? Yes, I can. Well, in that case, that's exactly what I'll do. Because I have no better choices. Oh, how inconvenient.
We are the very soul of this celebration.
Let's keep trying to just whittle down that thing's health. That's another vengeance. That's another life blade. I need him to spend all of his mana, otherwise my vengeance is just going to be denied.
Focus earthward, aim skyward.
Maybe I can bait him with this. And block there, block there, block there. And we survive. Barely. Okay, obviously he's not going to take the bait.
From the river folk.
I need to get cards out of hand. This draws me back up to full. Finally a Thresh. Maybe Thresh is exactly what I need here. Worst case scenario, I can go ahead and kill one of the life blades. Can kill two of the life blades. And I'll cheat out something from the deck. That's another Thresh. Better than nothing, I suppose. Killing the life blade. Oh, annoying. Maybe we'll spend all of his mana. That's not all of his mana though. He still has the 9 in his hand. Or... yeah, he still has the 9 in his hand. I still need a miracle to win this game.
River shaped the land,
Finally.
give it life.
I can clear that 8-8. Hopefully give something enough buffs to survive against that life blade. Let's play the Poro King, I suppose. Okay, I have something with elusive, spell shield. Pick an ally, recall all other units and landmarks. Both my Poro King and the Thresh die, but I'll take it. I keep my elusive. With lifesteal.
Flows of magic.
And I think that's one of the most important things.
What form will the waters take?
Let's keep summoning stuff. I have to rebuild the board it just killed.
It's playtime.
Let's do the Poros. About time I started working on leveling up the Poro King, I suppose. With this lifesteal elusive unit, I can work back up to full health. Unless the opponent decides to bounce it. Or stun it. I just don't get a break. And there goes my lifesteal unit. Well, the opponent has 7 cards in deck. Eventually he will run out. And I hope he has run out of elusives already. Well, I've shored up my defenses the best I could. Now let's hope the opponent doesn't have any way to bypass everything I have on board. That's a way to bypass everything I have on board. Let's hope for a elusive Poro. Perfect. Block here, block here, block here, here and here. I can't go for the card draw because otherwise I'll probably end up dying. So I guess this is the game plan. Just trying to kill him with the Phantom Prankster. Do I even have something in the deck? Or a spell in the deck? No, I don't. I think the only cards I have in deck are 2 Thrashes. King Life Blade.
I see you.
King Life Blade doesn't die to this. I needed more stats to kill the King Life Blade. This is 8. The other card I have in deck is a Thresh. Maybe by doing this, I'll be able to get enough stats to kill. It's not a Thresh. Or Thresh is not ice-statted enough to pull himself back from the deck, that's it. It's incredibly unfortunate, because I needed a lifesteal unit to survive this upcoming attack. Wait, it's not even a Thresh I have in deck, it's a Warden Spray. Well, in that case, game over. The opponent overwhelmed me, ran me out of resources, and out-removed me, I guess. Well, I still have the revive, so I can try again, but it's going to be incredibly difficult to deal with the opponent. It's going to be very hard to win. What do I even need to pull it off? First of all, I need Thresh to come out sooner, and I need the opponent to not constantly prevent Thresh's effect from proccing. That's not a Thresh, that's a Poro King. It's the exact opposite of what I needed. There we go. Thank you for giving me a Thresh. I guess I'll do this. He throws the opponent a spell, but it's not like I have much of a choice. It's kind of annoying that the opponent didn't end up decking himself out, even though he drew that many cards. Let's just do this. Try to make it so I have a blocker for the opponent's units. I might not have a blocker, but at the very least I'll be able to play a Thresh next turn that will start pulling stuff from the deck immediately. And I'll try to make it so Thresh kills whatever he pulls here. Perfect. No use, Thresh has Spell Shield. So your little unit dies there.
A gift from the river folk.
Perfect. And the opponent doesn't have his counter. So I can do this safely. 7 cards in hand. Let's go for a 3. I was thinking about going double 2 or 2 into the 2 Poros. But this might be better. Now the real question is does the opponent have a... yeah, removal? Well, by doing that as removal, that might be fine. Sure, he removes my Thresh and removes his buffs, but I might still be able to go ahead and give Thresh buffs. Yeah, if he attacks here. I just need these buffs to land on Thresh. Also, I'm going to shuffle this Thresh back into the deck, but because I feel like he'll be more useful in the deck than out of it. We'll do this to increase the odds of Thresh hitting something, or the buffs hitting Thresh. Perfect. And he burned them in a Swift Foot, that's ideal. Exactly what I needed. Let's do this. Thresh has more stats now. I kind of have control of the board, but I shouldn't celebrate too early because the opponent has me in a Swift Foot. I need to dump cards from hand, so there goes one, there goes another. Let's save up the spell mana for next turn. He still has all of those life blades, and he burned another Mina Swift Foot. I'm getting incredibly lucky this game. Okay, that's fine. You're wasting all of that mana trying to remove units that are 1 mana or one that had spell shield, and he doesn't even attack. Now let's do things like so. Attack like this. We summon 2 units from Thresh, if I'm not mistaken. So I want to attack with another 2. Like so. We got the Poro King, we got another Thresh. Thresh pulls another unit, unfortunately. So that's a Poro King that gets burned.
Currents pull them down.
That Thresh is going back to hand and getting stunned. But I can give our Poros everywhere +1/+1. Also, let's get rid of that River Shaper. Wait, he didn't deny. I thought for sure he was going to deny me.
A gift
I guess
from the
not.
river folk.
Maybe saving the knife for the vengeance. I wonder if the opponent in this encounter cheats and knows what you have in hand. Maybe not, because it just wasted his last mana. Well, let's get rid of the elusive. Hopefully the buffs land on something that has spell shield. So it's harder for the opponent to remove them. Okay, that has spell shield now, so that's perfect. Let's go for the Poro stories. Drop down the Poro. And now I can get some lifesteal on my units by going ahead and blocking here. And I can block here and here. Perfect. Next turn I should have a very good attack. Yeah, let's do this. Pass the turn. Thresh has elusive and spell shield now. Let's do this. Yeah. Get the Thresh back. We no longer have more Poro Kings. So now we'll always be getting Thresh, I think. Well, all that matters is that we have more plays, and the opponent hasn't really managed to hit me for all that much. And he is using all of his mana, which is allowing me to use my removal on the opponent's units, which is perfect for me. Slowly and surely we're getting there. Please just pass your turn, opponent. Don't do anything else. Let me attack you with my elusive units. Or you can just attack with everything, that's also an option. How do I want to block this? I suppose this is fine. The opponent heals too. But I don't think I need to worry about it.
What form will the waters take?
He has no more spells in deck. It's a bit scary. But considering how large my units are, I think I'll be fine. Let's attack like so. Pull something from my deck.
Strike, we
Oh,
reform.
I have Thresh in hand, so I don't pull anything.
Gift from the river folk.
It's still fine. I had enough damage to kill the opponent. But man, that was a rough encounter. Hopefully this is not a sign of things to come. I did end up using my revive here. They who endure. Astral Fox, Withering Mist. They who endure. Would be nice if it didn't have spell limitation, but I'm still going to take it because it's still a 2-2 with massive stats. Eternal Hunger. Allies have +1/+0 for every 3 times you've dealt damage this game. When an ally kills a unit, heal it to full and grant it +0/+3. And the impact. I just have to take this, right? It might be the thing that carries me to victory. Let's see what I would be passing up if I didn't buy that. We don't have the attack token, summon and a ghastly band. It's synergistic, but I'm not too upset about losing out on that common power. Do I cut the They Who Endure? It can give Thresh a bunch of stats if I use it alongside the Thresh. Honestly, I'm not too keen on it even then. Yeah, let's cut it from the deck.
Always trust
All
your
players
feet.
start with 10 mana gems. A bit frightening, because my deck takes a while to get going even with full mana. So I don't know what I'll do here. I guess I'll keep on Kamavoran Soldier. Try to draw something from my deck at the start of the game, in addition to my normal draw. Thresh is decent. I think I need to win off of the Poro Kings as well. Let's play Thresh, see what the opponent does. I'll pull a Thresh out if I do this. So I'll do it. Wait, that also works. I just got Challenger on my unit. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, in that case, I'm going for Hunting Boar. I'm killing the Hunting Boar. To increase the amount of units with that have died this round. Also, that gave the Last Wind impact. Good to know that it has the power I picked up as some sort of vague synergy with my
You're
units.
under our protection.
The unfortunate part is all of the spell casts the opponent is going to do here. Thresh is going back to hand. I think I have enough space to do this. He still has enough mana for the knife, so I hope he doesn't have it. That was way too optimistic on my end. I should have known the opponent would have the knife in hand. Well, let's block here, block here, block here. Thresh is going to be free. My units have more attack now, so small victories. Also I can do this and Cursed Keeper. Set up so that next turn I can go for a Poro King into some Poro. Let's summon the Poro King. See what the opponent does. Still buffing up Karma to a ridiculous degree.
Look within.
Let's hope he doesn't have removal for Thresh. That's not removal, but it still prevents Thresh from attacking, which is incredibly annoying. Let's start on the elusive Poro. Attack like so. Let's pull here. And I suppose I can attack with the Spiderling.
By force of will.
The more damage we deal, the bigger my units get anyway. That might be the thing that helps us close out the game, is the fact that my units are infinitely scaling in terms of attack. What are you going to pull, opponent? The Thresh. Okay. And he's bouncing the Poro King back to hand. Now, here I have a couple of options. I can either let the opponent kill Thresh here, or I can kill Thresh myself. I was wondering if I could kill one of my units to level up Thresh, but Thresh is only at 3 out of 6, so that would never work. Let's hope he doesn't have the Nai yet again. Okay, he doesn't. Perfect. I needed that card draw. Let's summon another Poro King, or Poro King yet again. Work on getting more stats on my Poros. I think I have this game, but it's going to take a while. Do I want to risk the Poro King? I kind of need to in order to get rid of that thing. Double Frostbite. How annoying. Now my units won't even grow. And he keeps casting Aurora Borealis. So I suppose that's a bit worse for him than it is for me, I think. Let's get the only Poro down. More snacks. Let's put the Poro King Skull, which hits nothing. But it's alright, because I just need the Poro King back into the deck. And I still have the option to jump block everything the opponent throws at me this turn. Really? You don't really like that elusive Poro, do you? Fine by me then. I wanted the space to play another Poro here anyway. No, for someone that has cast that many Aurora Borealis, my Poros sure are significantly larger than yours. No attacks, really? I'll take it. Ooh. Do I want to trade in the affectionate Poro? I think I just want to use the affectionate Poro to work on clearing the board. We sure are casting a lot of spells. Fortunately, most of them aren't even that relevant. We managed to hit an Emerald Awakener, so now my units will have lifesteal. This is a Poro I had already played. Unfortunate. I definitely wanted to level up the Poro King in order to get better Poro snacks, but I don't think I have that opportunity now. I just have to rely on a different method in order to win. Why are you even attacking with Karma? What's your plan, opponent? Well, now he's buffing his deck, which is incredibly annoying. Let's drop this down. Hope for the best. Next turn I fully intend to attack with everything. Karma dies to the affectionate Poro on board. Your opponent's out of cards. Okay. I didn't even realize the opponent was going through his deck that fast. Didn't he shuffle Karmas back into his deck? Or did he just draw them out? All of them out? Either way, I'll take it. Shadow Totem on Thresh. Yeah. No way that's bad. Worst case scenario, I shove Thresh's stats inside another Thresh. Justice, Snippets of Song, Celestial Aid. Yeah, definitely taking the Snippets of Song. And I don't want to deal with the Maker, so we're going for the Feral Mystic, even though the Feral Mystic might be equally as annoying because he gets a mana gem every turn. So he's just going to ramp into a bunch of massive overwhelm units. Let's see what the opponent plays here. Bubbling Björg. Well, I'm going to go for the last wind here. Just because I know it gets extra health. Fortunately, he's casting those right at the start instead of at the time where they would impact his entire deck. Also, I did that because I want to increase the attack on my units. 8/8. Scary, but I have a jump blocker for it. Let's trade in here, here. Actually, let's minimize the amount of damage we take. Now we can play a 3 Thresh, but I'll wait for that. Guard the Ancient. Let's do this. We're going to pull here. Actually, no, we're going to pull here. And then I'm going to let the Death Thresh pull this one. And Thresh is going to kill whatever he pulls here. Another Thresh, I suppose. And that Thresh pulls another Thresh. Okay, I guess. And that Thresh pulls another Thresh. Honestly, that might convince the opponent into blocking, yeah. Unfortunately, the unit has regeneration, so it's not like it's going to matter. At the very least, Thresh leveled up, and I got a bunch of procs on the power. Do I want to kill the Usgar the Ancient? Yeah, sure, let's do it. That's a very buffed up Spiderling. Damn. 6 to all other units. I think that actually hurts him more than it hurts me, because 2 of my units survive anyway, and that just increases the amount of stats I'll be getting on my units at the end of the turn. Let's try to develop a large board, because I fully intend to attack with everything next turn. There. We pull with the Thresh. And let's see if we chain everything yet again. No, we actually pulled the Poro King. Oh, that was the normal pull off of the Thresh. Never mind. Instead we actually pulled the ephemeral Thresh off the Soul Lantern. Well, that's a decent enough board. I'm fine, it's just passing the turn until it's my turn again, I think. Not like the opponent can do much of anything. Sure, he has that thing that will... These two might hit with the Overwhelm, but I can just block with the larger units, so it's not like the opponent can do anything. Let's attack, pull here, we pull here, we pull here. I have no more space for the Thresh that I'm pulling here, unfortunately, but the game's over. Perfect. And I'm even going to go back up to full health after this encounter. So I have nothing to worry about from here, from the next encounter. At least I hope I won't have anything to worry about. Poro party. Summon 3 different random 1 cost Poros, grant Poro allies +2/+2. It's not great, but it has no rusty, which makes it a little bit better. That's the only reason I'm taking it. And I'm summon barrier. Yeah, I'll take the barrier. I think I can do some interesting things with it. If you have the attack token, Frostbite the strongest enemy. It's how much? 300. 60 plus 120 is 180. 180 plus 300 is the exact amount of money I have. Perfect. Now I have more Poros stories, so hopefully I get more Poros in my hand, or more different Poros, and the Vile Fist is slightly better. Spell chest or champion item chest? Champion item chest, definitely. Without champion focused Threshes, I definitely need the extra oomph on my champions. Let's keep the Glimpse Beyond and the Warden Spray. That's unfortunate. I needed the Poro party to be drawn normally, not at the start of the game. Let's go Winds and the Wave, see what the opponent does. That that was immediate. Damn.
The chains, they never stop.
And you even frostbite the succumb to the unit I just summoned. Very annoying from your opponent. The most annoying part is definitely the overwhelms though. And now the opponent's going to go ahead and get a bunch of them.
What do you want from me?
That is everything.
I can't even properly block the Draklorn Inquisitor. Crap. I need to draw. Too little, too late. Now I'll have to delete 2 Frostguard Thralls. Well, I can still do this turn. Maybe I can bait the opponent to playing something in addition to that though.
I gotta get out of here.
Okay, that's something I am happy to see the opponent without. I have to go for this draw and hope he doesn't have another one of those. I should have figured he had another one of those. I might have just spelled my death sentence with my grid. I didn't know the opponent had Stormbringer. Well, I do now. Can I even survive here? I don't think so. The largest unit I can summon is this, I suppose. And he's even giving my unit Frostbite, so he won't even trade properly into his unit. That's what I get for being greedy. The other encounter would probably end up being easier than this one. That's what I get. I should have planned things out properly. Oh well, I'm certain I'll do better next time. The worst part it's that we were right there. Oh well. Yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.